Hey traders, it's Cryptic Hustle here. I started out in 2016 when I first entered the markets to start trading. I'd done crypto, I did forex, I did it all. And I would enter a lot of trades very randomly without any thought and lost a whole bunch of money without any strategy, right? But over the last 2 years, I've managed to find profitability using a system that I've developed from watching other traders in the market and also from mentors that I've followed. And I've managed to build a really good rhythm by doing that. And I imagine that you would do the same as you develop your journey as a trader. But what would happen if I blew my account completely and I had to go and start all over again? Well, here's the steps. Number 1, instead of using my own personal cash to go ahead and trade with, I'd actually just go and use a prop firm. See, the first thing is with a prop firm, you don't have to use any of your own money. A prop firm like TopStep, FTMO, or Apex will actually go ahead and fund you with their capital to go and trade, which means that you don't need to risk any of your own hard-earned money to go and trade with. These firms allow you to prove your trading skills by passing their evaluation process, which isn't simple, but once you do it, you're in and you get access to their funds. This minimizes your personal financial risk and allows you to trade with larger amounts of money, which means that you can potentially make a lot more money whilst also keeping your risk really minimal because you're not even using your own money, right? And this actually instills a massive amount of discipline in you as a trader, because when you trade with prop firm money, you have to adhere to very strict risk management rules. So overall, prop firms just make you a much better trader. Number 2, I would not try to make day trading my full-time job, right? The next thing is that you don't want to be losing your job or quitting your job when you're trying to build this up, right? Trading should not be seen as a primary income source right from the start. It takes time to become consistently profitable. So keeping your job reduces any kind of financial pressure and it allows you to make better trading decisions without the desperation to make ends meet, right? Paying bills and all the rest of it. Trying to replace your monthly income with trading profits prematurely can lead you to making poor trading decisions that are just driven by that emotional need to cover your bills or having to pay for things, right? So stay employed, keep your income coming in from somewhere else, and part-time trade. Being a part-time trader actually allows you to perform much better because of the lack of financial pressure that you're under. So don't make it your full-time thing. Step number 3, trade for fun and not for desperation, all right? So do this because you love learning about it, not because you're desperate to go and get rich quick, because you're not going to get rich quick. When I started, my mindset was all about making more money, right? Which led to a lot of desperation, a lot of poor decisions because of the pressure I put myself under. Instead, if you shift your focus to learning the intricacies of what this business is about and the intricacies of learning how to trade, learn the charts and candles and everything else, enjoy that process of learning, right? And connect with other traders, be part of a good community of traders. When you find joy in the learning of this process, you reduce the stress that you're on and you actually make a lot better decisions as a trader. Trading should be intellectually stimulating for you, right? And finding joy in this journey will keep you motivated and improve your skills over time. Step 4, I'd go ahead and find an expert and I would join their community. Finding an expert or a mentor who you can see has got verified results, proven results, and then joining their community, you don't have to reinvent the wheel because you can just follow someone that's already successful in trading, right? You can go ahead and just follow their system, learn their system, right? Learning from the success of other people as well as their mistakes as well, right? And being part of their community allows you to ask questions, gain incredibly important insights, and receive support from like-minded traders as well. Look, mentorship, coaching, courses, all these things can significantly shorten your learning curve, but working directly with someone especially is a massive way to propel your progress. Look for experts who offer live trading sessions, detailed breakdowns of their trades, and be part of active communities where you can engage and ask questions and apply what you learn from those people into your own trading. Step 5, educate yourself. Really educate yourself, right? Don't just go and watch 1 or 2 YouTube videos and then think you're ready to start using your own money and investing and whatever. Invest in a comprehensive course and read books. Immerse yourself in the material that people have spent years and years grafting on, right? I've spent a long time learning this stuff. Education is the foundation for successful trading. So spend the time and the effort to accumulate that knowledge. This is not one of those things that you're going to be able to just wing and just go and learn, okay? The education you can get from online is powerful and it can give you the financial freedom that you want, but you have to take this seriously. And remember, this isn't gambling if you know what you're doing. If you're jumping in without the knowledge, then it is gambling, all right? But treat it like any other profession. It requires continuous learning and improvement, and the more you learn, the more you earn. Step 6, I would keep it to myself. Look, I wouldn't tell anybody about my trading journey, all right? I wouldn't tell my family, I wouldn't tell my friends, and I probably wouldn't even tell my partner. And I know they love you and they want the best for you, but these guys and these people are not going to understand the intricacies of trading. They're going to think that you're just gambling money, right? Work on it quietly, get good at it, and master the craft. Let your results speak for themselves. Keep your journey private, and that also reduces the pressure that you're under. If you start telling people that you're trading, people are going to be expecting results from you, believe it or not. And the longer it takes you to become successful, the worse you're going to feel about it. So just keep it to yourself. Once you've achieved consistent success, your results will naturally garner the respect that they deserve and the interest, right? So don't tell anybody about it. Keep the pressure off. The next one is number 7. Analyze and journal your trades. Analyze your trades, both the winners and the losers, and make journaling a critical part of your process. I've been doing this for years and I still keep a journal, right? Keep a detailed journal of every single trade that you take. It allows you to understand your mistakes and replicate your successes. And you need to be documenting absolutely everything, not just your entry and your exit positions, but more so the reasons for taking the trade, and even more important, the emotions you were having during the trade. What was the outcome because of the emotion that you had? By looking at that information, it provides you valuable insights over time, and reviewing your journal regularly helps you identify patterns and areas in which you can improve. I'll provide a journal template that you can actually just use in the description below. Step 8, master trading psychology. Don't just ignore the importance of psychology in trading, okay? It's not just an airy-fairy thing. Emotional control is crucial and makes up 80% of successful traders in their toolbox, right? A great book to start with is Trading in the Zone. Additionally, join my free newsletter, which is called The Pareto Trader, where I share trading psychology tips and tricks weekly to keep you focused and to keep your mind sharp. It's completely free. Again, link in the description, and you'll get lots of information on how to improve that psychological edge. Understanding your own psychological triggers and managing them effectively can make the difference between success and failure in trading. Develop a mindset that embraces uncertainty, because that's what trading is. We do not know what's going to happen, and being able to remain calm under pressure when there's a lot of money on the line will make you a successful trader. Step 9, learn a system or a strategy. Instead of trying to learn every concept under the sun, focus on learning a specific system or a strategy for entry and risk management. You don't need to know what every single thing means, right? You don't need to know what every word means, what every, part of the flipping terminology of trading is, right? All you need to do is learn how to actually use one specific strategy, master that strategy, okay? So spend your time researching on what that strategy should be, either from other tutors, mentors, or read through your own personal research of people that you come across and styles that you like. Not everybody likes everybody else's style, so you need to find what works for you and then master it. You can even join our Discord, links in the description, and you can learn about how we find our setups and our charts and how we go ahead and trade. And that might be something that works for you too. Step number 10, focus on the process, right? Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about how much you're making every day, every week. Just focus on the process. The money will follow, all right? Follow that process and understand that the money comes once you start getting good. All right, the more you focus on risk management, the more you focus on the actual important parts of trading, the money is just a byproduct, right? The better you get at reading charts, the money will just come. But you have to focus on the longer term vision of what you're trying to build here. You're not just trying to get rich quick, you're trying to build a lifelong skill that is going to feed you for years and years and for the rest of your life. It's not a race, okay? It's not a race, just take your time. Step number 11, learn the core basics, right? The core basic things that you need to learn are market structure, supply and demand, and risk management. If you can master these 3 areas from a strategic perspective, not taking into consideration the psychological side of it, but from a technical standpoint, market structure, supply and demand, and risk management is going to allow you to understand how markets move and where the potential reversals and continuations are going to happen in price, okay? If you can combine those things with everything else that you're learning, especially risk management, right? Then you're going to do a fantastic job on understanding most things, okay? But those 3 concepts for me personally were the game changers, and that's where I would focus my attention. Step number 12, don't overcomplicate it, right? Stop overcomplicating things. Ditch the indicators, right? Stop trying to find this magical indicator that's going to tell you where to sell and where to buy. It does not exist, all right? Focus on the things that I mentioned: market structure, supply and demand, and risk management, and that's it. Look, I've used every single indicator out there, okay? Pretty much most of them, and I don't use any of them anymore. I do not use any indicators when I am trading. I use a completely naked chart, and I look at price action, supply and demand, and then I manage my risk, and that is it. When you try to overcomplicate things too much, it gives you analysis by paralysis, or paralysis by analysis rather, right? You end up freezing because you don't know what you should be doing. So keep it simple and focus on executing. So let's do a recap. The first thing that I would do is not trade my own money. I would use prop firms, and also remember, you can work on a demo account before you even jump onto prop firms, right? The second thing is keep your job, right? Stop trying to make day trading your primary source of income immediately. It's not going to happen, and you're just putting too much pressure on yourself. Third, trade for fun and not out of desperation because you're trying to get rich quick. Fourth, find an expert, join their community, and learn from them. You can do it with us, links in the description. Number 5 is educate yourself by investing in courses and learning materials. Number 6, keep your trading journey to yourself until you've mastered it. A caveat to that is do join a community and collaborate with other traders. Number 7, analyze your journal and your trades to continuously improve. Remember, there's a link in the description to our journal there. Master your trading psychology is number 8. Read Trading in the Zone and also join my free newsletter, The Pareto Trader, right? There's a lot of information in there. Number 9, focus on process rather than the money. Number 10, learn and master the core basics of market structure, supply and demand, and risk management. Number 11, find and master a specific system or strategy. And lastly, stop overcomplicating things with too many indicators. Keep it simple, because simple wins. Look, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also join our free Discord where we share lots of chart setups, lots of information and educational resources that are going to help you to become a better trader. All the links are in the description below, whether you want to join Discord or if you want to join our Pareto Trader newsletter. So go ahead and check that out. And lastly, look, if you've got any questions, please comment below. I try to answer every single question and I'd love to get back to you. So that's it. Thanks a lot for your time and have a great day.